Can always do better in this Commonwealth. What have we done in these last 11 months? We've built out relationships. We have expanded our detectives, our Department of Criminal Investigations. We have built a new entity in Louisville, a violent crime reduction team.
Brand new here tonight in one-on-one with Republican Kentucky Attorney General Russell Coleman. He's finishing up his first year in office for the state office and says he's putting a new focus on violent crime right here in Metro Louisville. We asked him about that. Coleman ran his campaign on keeping families safe.
Yeah, reporter Travis Breeze and senior photojournalist Alyssa Newton asked him how he's measuring his success in this first year.
He really harkened back to 10 years ago. You know, we were in such a different place where Louisville was around 50 homicides per year. And he said that he really wanted to put a focus on how they can help reduce those homicide numbers in Louisville and also throughout the Commonwealth. I think a lot of people would say, no matter what the homicide or the non-fatal shooting numbers say, a lot of people do feel unsafe in Louisville. What can you do to try to change that stigma?
Deterrence. To effectively get better outcomes, to isolate those that are the most violent, to remove them from society. That's our goal.
Jefferson County did not elect Russell Coleman in 2023, but the Commonwealth of Kentucky overwhelmingly did. He beat his Democratic challenger by 16%. His focus in his first year was stopping the flow of illegal drugs and prosecuting violent offenders. This fall, he created a violent crime reduction team in Louisville, which provides 2 new prosecutors and a detective to work cases.
We have 20 indictments in just the last few weeks, with much more to come.
Coleman was appointed as a U.S. attorney by President Trump in 2017. With Trump coming back in office in January, the future of Louisville's new consent decree to guide police reforms is uncertain.
Do you think that the consent decree could fizzle out, or the enthusiasm for it could be lost over the next few years?
I look forward, if the consent decree does move forward in the Trump DOJ, I look forward to it being collaborative. I look forward to resources coming through DOJ, not through a prosecutorial lens, but through a collaborative lens.
Coleman also gave his official opinion Thursday that the Constitution does not force the Department of Corrections to provide gender reassignment surgery for inmates, something Governor Andy Beshear asked him to weigh in on.
There is no constitutional right to mandate gender reassignment surgery, to use taxpayer dollars. It's just an absurd notion.
Homicide numbers in Louisville are down 4 year to date, from 143 to 139. Coleman feels he was elected for his stance on crime, and he says they have the partners to drop these numbers.
I'm a dad, Travis, before I'm the Attorney General, and other families and conversations we have, there's a hesitancy to go to downtown Louisville still. It's a wonderful place to live and raise a family, but there is hesitancy, and we need to tackle that.
Travis, about the consent decree, you were there last week. You heard the chief say, this is our department, this is our city, we're going to run this. What does Russell Coleman think about that? Does he think there should be oversight?
He said something pretty similar. I asked him directly, I said, does there need to be federal oversight? He said, that's not really my question to respond to, but he did say, I trust LMPD. Chief Paul Humphrey is the right person to be in that office. I respect the mayor's decision to enter that consent decree. And if there is going to be change in the department, it's going to have to be led through them.
Mm-hmm. And he's been a big supporter for a long time of gang violence intervention.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's one thing that's maybe a little bit more of a progressive approach, trying to reach people on the edges of violence before they might do something and intervene. So Coleman did bring that up to me again today, that he is a very big supporter of what's called group violence intervention in Louisville.
He thinks it's working?
It's been they've gone through a lot of different changes in that. They've only had a new director for 1 year, Michael Bogan. So they're really still trying to make sure it's as effective as possible.
All right. Thank you,
Thanks, Travis.